Bonjour, bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're wonderful. I hope that you have the joy in your heart. Honestly, no, today has been really like a long day, but also very, very energetic. So I greet every single one of you today, and I hope that you guys are doing absolutely fine. So welcome to Etincelle. Welcome to your favorite show, the show that you love so much, that you love to watch, get some knowledge, you know, get some insight of the topics that we love to discuss on Etincelle. And today, we are going to discuss about, you know, a topic that really, listen, if you don't have that word specifically in 2024, then forget about it. Forget about even starting. Forget about even beginning 2024. So we are about establishment. And so someone told me, you know what, try to detail a little bit of the things you want to do, you want to talk about, so at least the people who are watching know a little bit of it. So we are going to talk about establishment, but the point we are going to discuss within is awareness. We are going to discuss wisdom. We are going to discuss understanding, what's it called, intelligence, all the things that you need in order to be established in 2024. And I believe this is not just about 2024, but it's also about a lifetime change that you need in order to keep on going forward. Children need it, women, men, elderly, we all need establishment. We all need to be fixed, grounded somewhere. So these are the points, and bear with me, and I really need you right now to share. So I'm going to give a short little break. Please don't go anywhere in order for us to begin the show together. Just in case you missed last week's show, we had an amazing artist, gospel, and he came by with his beautiful guitar, and it's no one else than Etincellewith. He came and really opened up his heart and discussed with us something amazing that you missed, but you can always go on YouTube, Etincelle page, Etincelle talk show, and check it out. All right, so 2 minutes, not even, couple seconds, we're coming back. Stay tuned. bien de retour with me, your host, Gracia Susuzande, and I hope that you are ready for me, because tonight, I just feel like, you know what, let's do this podcast. Let's do this talk. And I felt like you missed that. It's good to invite people on Etincellewith, talk about their life-changing situation, and how they would like to impact every single one of us, in this year and so forth, the things that they're going through. As you know, that Etincellewith is all about where you came from and where you're going. Basically, the things that has made who you are today, but starting from the past. And not just that, but it's all about enlightenment. It's all about understanding where you are. Basically awareness, basically light. And in this blurry place where you are right now, because somebody else probably went through it, somebody else already had the victory through that situation, that person will maybe to be able to enlighten you in that situation. All right, so tonight I'm basing my topic on a preaching that I heard. As you know, I'm Christian. Etincellewith is for everyone. It's not just specifically for Christian, but honestly, as I'm Christian, there are certain things that I'll pick up here and there in order to touch the world, community, family, and friends. All right, so this is about a preaching, as I said, but I felt like the point that this woman of God, came with is so essential for you, is essential for me in order to start well 2024. All right, 2024, as we know, we're so excited to begin, excited to plan, excited to accomplish things, to accomplish goals and things like that. And I believe it's very, very, very important. But at the same time, if you don't have what I'm about to talk to you about, then, as I said earlier, forget about even beginning. All right? All right. Starting with establishment. This is the big name. This is the big word out there, establishment. Why establishment? Because establishment is all about you having, what's it called? It's not about you having money. It's not about you having all this, I don't know, all these materialistic things. It's not about really living life, la vida loca, traveling around the world, and this is what you call establishment. No, it's nothing to do with that. But establishment, first of all, means to be able to be grounded, all right, grounded in a place where you are not moving left and right whenever the wind blows and you go, whenever there's a storm that rises, it breaks you, whenever no, it's nothing to do with that. Establishment, you can go on the dictionary, it means basically set up on a firm and permanent basis. It gives me the idea and the vision or the image of a tree that is grounded somewhere, that is established somewhere. It could be anywhere in the world, and its roots basically it goes far down, right? So whenever anything comes in, it won't be able to shake it or to move it anyhow. So it's grounded. It's really firmly grounded in this place. It could be on a rock, it could be it doesn't really matter, but it's firmly grounded. And I feel like a lot of people need to be established, not just in one area, but in all our areas. Sometimes we focus on one area more than the other because we believe this is the most essential. Like, if I focus on that, then I'll be okay. No, it's not just about you loving yourself when it comes to your outfits and how you look in front of people, but it's also be able to love yourself in your health, loving yourself when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to your emotional state, loving yourself in all areas. It's basically focusing in every single one. If you need to divide your love in every single one of them, then it is worth it. Do you understand what I mean? All right. So it is that. So we are going to touch on on your your mental, your emotional, your physical, your spiritual, your marital, your family, your friends, your surrounding, your single state, your social life. All this area also needs establishment. So my question to you is that, where do you establish yourself more than the other? And why? You know, why? Why is that place more important than the other? And is it worth it to just focus on that? You know, sometimes we focus on so many things that we actually forget about ourselves. And this is where Etincellewith comes to ring an alarm, basically, to tell you that, hey, like, it's good to focus on others, but also focus on you. You know, it's good to focus on your husband, but also focus on your children. It's also good to focus on your children, but focus on your work as well. All right? So when you're not established, you are basically in trouble. You're in trouble because you'll be troubled. Troubled meaning worrying. Worrying about everything. Worrying about when the wind blows, you move. Worrying about the little things that matters and little things that don't matter. Worrying about the big stuff. Worrying about basically everything, because like, you are not firmly grounded. You're not in this place where you are, I could say, in peace. A tree that is grounded is in peace. Because it's not going to be troubled. Because it's not going to be worrying. Because it's not going to be asking itself a lot of questions. Because, you know, this tree is not going to sleep and wake up with lots of thoughts in its head. Like you and I, we need to be able to sleep in peace and wake up in peace. Without peace, honestly, what's the point of even living? And there's a lot of people around the world who go day by day, you know, month after month, season after season, year after year without peace. That's because they are not established. That's because they are not firmly set up somewhere in this base, in this foundation. And I told you that, you know, when you're troubled, well, it touches all these other areas. We're talking about, you know, your mentals, meaning your thoughts. This is why sometimes you from thinking too much, you develop this mental illness that you don't even know where it comes from. Trouble itself, I mean, lots of thinking itself, can bring so many illnesses, so many sickness in your life. And this is why I remember, you know, elderly people always used to tell me, Gracia, don't worry too much. Because when you worry too much, then you'll be sick. Sometimes you don't even know where this pain comes from. It's only because your mind has been going around and round and round for so long. You know, you start having all these headaches. Your eyes are so sleepy. You know, because you're not sleeping. You're only thinking so much. Your emotions are out of place. You like this, you know, you're always shivering. You're always feeling some type of, you're too sensitive. Whenever someone says something, you're always, you know, in alert. You're always jumpy. Why? Because you're troubled and because you don't have the peace that you need. When you're troubled, your body tells you, shows you that's a problem. This is why you have all these people that have panic attacks. They have epilepsy is developing slowly but surely because, you know, some things has already start happening in the mind, in the thoughts, and it takes only the body to follow through. I don't know if this is your situation. I don't know if this is your case, but this might be your case. You're wondering, why do I keep on having all this, why am I always panicking? When there's a situation, why am I always, there's always this why, question after question. You know, your body goes into this place where it needs to protect itself. Your body goes into this place where it has to tell you, hey, there's a problem here, you need to solve it. When you are in trouble and when you're not in peace with yourself, even prayer becomes a problem. And this is for the believers. Prayer becomes a problem because, well, you're not finding time, you know, to pray. You're not finding time to focus with your relationship with God. When you're in trouble, you're not able, when you're not stable, when you're not established somewhere, basically lack of peace, you're not able to even close your eyes and set up a prayer that will help you to lead the way to somewhere where you're supposed to go. Whether it is a prayer for the day, a prayer for your children, a prayer for the business, a prayer for, you know, for what's it called, a trip, a prayer for, because we need prayer, right? So when you're not in peace with yourself, there's a lot of things that you basically slowly start cutting down, slowly start cutting and removing out of your day by day routine. And this is a problem. This is a real problem. When you are in trouble, your financial state also, when you're not established, your financial state become a problem. Because you may be touching money here, but then it goes really quick because you're not even in control of the things you're holding in your hands. You're not in control of what you're gaining and what you are giving out. The in and out movement of money in the house, of money in the family. You're not in peace, so you can't even save. How can you even save? Right? So it's all these things that we don't even think of. Your bills, you know, your assets, all these things is like it's not properly controlled, it's not properly guarded. Why? Because you are not grounded somewhere. You are not in peace with yourself. Your relationships, when it comes to your friends, when you are not established, you may find yourself getting the wrong people, you know, just because you feel some type of way, because your feelings are not even in the right mindset, or how I'm going to say this, it's not even in its right place, sorry. So you find yourself, you know, getting people in your life, people who are not supposed to be there. You are accepting the wrong people. You are accepting certain things. You are not even, negotiating, or you're not even calculating what's happening. You're not even thinking straight, honestly. Whatever they say, you go. Whatever they say, you do. So it's like, what's happening really? Where are you in this midst of all this? Where are you really finding yourself when it comes to your surrounding, when it comes to your people, when it comes to your friendship, when it comes to your relationship with people, with your family, with your friends? What's happening? It's like you're not really in control of yourself. Being established is very important, because when you take decision, you're able to say no, you're able to say yes. But when you are not established, honestly, it's like, yes, when they say yes, you go yes. When they say no, well, you go with it. Although you have your own thoughts, you have your own values, you have your own rules and regulations that you need to follow in order to be who you are and be respected. It's very important. Respect at work. You know, when you're not established at work, when you're not established as a person, even work becomes a problem. You may lose this job and another job and another job and another job because you can't keep up with time, because you can't keep up with the people around you, because you can't keep up with targets, you can't keep up with goals, you can't keep up with achievements, you can't keep up, you know, and you do one and then next time is a bad one, you do, and then somehow it's like your manager is observing you and see that, hey, there's a problem here we need to solve. There's a situation here we need to solve, and sometimes they don't even have time for you. So the final answer is like, you're out. Because we need a team player. We need someone that is really there. We need someone that is focused. When you're not established, you can't be focused. When you're not established, your social life becomes a problem. When you are not, established, you keep on comparing yourself. You keep on having this jealousy that is uncontrolled. Although it's okay to be jealous, you know, but sometimes it's like, where is this feelings even coming from? You know, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So if Reggie can work with me with this first image of the world, we live in this big world whereby there's not just you, all right? And there's a lot of things, a lot of people who sometimes they have the impression that it's only you. Well, it's not. When you sleep and you wake up, you see your sister, your siblings, the people around you, right? So you're not alone in this world. The thing is, like, we live in a world that is crazy. It is not a simple world. It is not just as simple as you may see it as. I mean, when you're growing up, things seem really simple. Things look so easy because someone is taking care of you. You know, they're taking you to school, they're bringing you back. You know, they cook for you, they take your pampers off. You know, they follow your every needs. You need sweet, they give it to you. You need some trainers, they buy it for you. You know, although you're at some point you start understanding a little bit, hey, mom needs to work for, you know, for me to have them shoes. But still, it's like someone is still in control of you when it comes to certain things. You're not really moving much things, right? You're just living life. All you probably need to focus on in the world where things are more educated is maybe just your academic levels, meaning your studies. But apart from that, honestly, you don't have to worry too much. But as soon as you put your feet in this real world, you know, that's when you understand in which world we are really. And without establishment, without being firmly grounded somewhere, you will lose yourself. You will forget yourself. You'll probably take your life away. And this is why we find a lot of people who you see they are beautiful, really looking nice, having the best of life. You know, they have money, they have this, they have that, they're young, they didn't need to do, they don't even need to move an inch, honestly, but they take their life away. You see them having all these beautiful things, but somehow they are in a hospital, in a coma, fighting for their life. You know, and some of them are still, you know, they're billionaires here and there, but they still have some certain issues, you know, mental issues, because somehow they can't stop working. There's a lot of things happening in their mind and they can't seem to shut down. They are established in that area, but this other area is a problem and it's difficult. The next thing I want to talk about is that the reality can be very bitter, especially when you're not established. And this is why you need awareness. If Reggie, please can help me put the pictures on. Awareness is very important, and this is one of the next point I wanted to bring on the table is when you're not aware of who you are, when you're not aware of the people around you, when you're not aware of the situation that you're facing, when you're not aware of the reality and you're still living in this bubble life, you know, in this, I don't know what color it is, this pink, whether it could be blue, it doesn't really matter. If you are still not aware of the situation in your house, aware of the rules, aware of of so many things, the little things and the big things, you are in trouble. You are in trouble because you are not going to be fully happy. You are not going to develop yourself, would be transformed to this butterfly that you truly need to become. If I'm making sense. And And it's important to understand that this life can be really harsh. So 2024, it seems so beautiful. It seems so nice. Yes, I'm diving into it. It's January and I'm going forward with it. But awareness is where, your eyes opens up. Is where your mind really takes some time to, how I'm going to say this. It takes some time to open its own eyes and to see really what's happening around. Awareness basically means knowledge or perception of a situation or a fact. Awareness. Aware that I am beautiful. Aware that I have a pimple on my face. Be aware, of the financial situation I'm facing. Be aware of all that. Be aware that there's a generation curse in my family. And sometimes to be aware, it means that somebody also needs to tell you. It means that somebody needs to sit down with you and to highlight on things that truly are the reality of your family, for example, of your condition, for example, of whatever you're facing. And you as well, you cannot be so blinded, especially when they're telling you exactly what the situation is. Meaning you need to be aware of it, becoming aware, because that's two different things. Be aware and becoming aware, that's different. So this is why you have other words. You can maybe say that, is realization, finally realization, realize that this is the situation, this is the perspective, awareness also means knowledge, awareness basically also means an insight to a situation. Awareness can also means, being conscious. Your mind is opening, is growing to this situation. I don't know exactly what you're going through or what it is that you're facing at this present moment. Maybe your boyfriend, for example, has left you with a child, for example. That's a situation. So now, not being aware, being aware is like he left you. But becoming aware is also to accept the situation. Okay, he actually has left me. He actually has abandoned me and the child. So now I need to wake up and do something about it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So like your mind need to come out of a zone to a different zone. You need to break out of the situation and say, you know what, I need to do something about it. It's also a state and a condition of being informed. As I said earlier, someone telling you the situation. Sometimes you need a friend, a pastor, you need family member, coming to tell you like this is the situation, guys. You need to continue with your study. You need to don't stop. Sometimes to tell you the reality, you say no. Your husband is cheating on you. that's the reality. No, but doesn't mean that because he's cheating on you that you need to take a rough decision out of anger and just do bizarre things, stupid things. But to actually get to the zone of realization, understanding the situation, being aware of the situation, and be able to deal with the situation. All right. So it seems like Reggie is not really helping me when it comes to it, but we are going to continue. All right. So these are all the important things that we need. And so I'm going to give you a short little break for you to sink in a little bit on the things that I just mentioned just now. And we are going to continue on, being grounded and be able to settle finally in 2024. See you soon. Encore, we continue on our topics, establishment, which is very, very, very important. This is not just about, you know, being Christian or being in a zone of I don't know, being atheist or whatever. It's actually, establishment touches every single area of life. You know, if your mom cannot sit down with you and talk to you about establishment, or your dad doesn't talk to you about establishment, establishment is in every single area, whether you are a hairdresser, whether you are what's it called, stylist, whether you are a mother, whether you are a dad, whether you are, I don't know, it doesn't even matter where you are. As long as you understand establishment, you will be grounded. You will feel like, you know what, there's certain things that I need to put straight. You know, being established is also when it comes to your character. Sometimes certain people play with you. They play with your mind. They play with your head. They play with your thoughts. Why? Because you are not established. Because you don't know exactly who you are. You know, with the picture, if we can put a picture of awareness, because we're still in awareness, right? Like being aware of who you are and basically aware of your character, of how you react. You know, be aware of whenever you get tired, whenever you are weak. Being aware of what's it called, of your pattern can help you so much. And sometimes this is why sometimes accepting someone else in your life, it's a big of a deal. Because this person is coming in your life, they need to see how, what's it called, who you really are, in order to respect you, in order to accept you for really who you are. You know, this is why you don't just go to places like that and what's it called, and get people in your life like that, just accepting everybody. No. This is why we're talking about, when it comes to awareness, is also be able to protect yourself. Because when you know yourself, you'll be able to protect yourself. When you know yourself, you'll be able to move without fear. And we're going to get to fear. All right? That's one of our points as well in the next few minutes. The importance of being aware is basically, it's not just, it's basically know what to do and also what not to do. When you are aware, it's slowly sinking in. You're slowly grounding yourself, basically establishing yourself. So you're aware of what you want to do this year. You know, you are aware of you know, certain puzzles start coming together, because you know what to do in this season. Because you know what to do, what's it called, when it comes to this time of the month. When it comes to this planning, you know what to do. You're not surprised by it. It's like when the weather is telling you that it's going to rain, you know that you need to take your umbrella. Duh. you're not thinking too much. Why? Because you are aware that it's going to rain. You are aware that right now we are in winter, and because it's winter, you need to protect yourself. You need to cover yourself from head to toe. I don't know if you understand. So this is why it's important to understand all these things. Being aware helps you to be creative, to dig deeper in yourself. And even, you know what, when you are aware and when you're established, your surrounding, they know that you are. They know that, hey, this girl, she's established. This girl, she doesn't play. This guy, nah, this is the guy to be with. You're looking for a husband? This is the guy to be with. Why? Because he's established in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area, in this area. Like, he doesn't play when it comes to this. He's straight up on this. Listen, like, people will see you for who you are. And even when you wiggly, and you feel like people can see you. When you think like people cannot see you, people can see you. Their eyes are well open, and they can see that, now, when it comes to Patrick, or when it comes to Tim, he doesn't take things serious like that. He's not really on point like that. He's not like, no, you can't really trust him. He's not really grounded on, like, no, like, even when it comes to this project, no, give it to Gloria. Don't give it to this girl, like, because, so to be honest with you, your surrounding will be aware of who you are. When you start grounding yourself, when you start taking things to the next level, when you're being aware, the puzzles will start coming back and being placed in the right place, slowly but surely. When you are aware and all becoming aware, you won't let or allow people to judge you. You won't let people to judge you for sake of just judging you. No. But even if they do, let's just say they do. Let's say they really judge the way you dress because maybe you like, blazers so much that you wear most of the time. Then even if they talk about it, even if they mention it several times, it won't move you. It will move, It will move you from this place of security, of this place where you feel comfortable. They won't move you. Why? Because you are aware of who you are. And their judgment will not even scare you, not even a little bit. When you know who you are, you won't be sensitive from a no or from a yes, from this, from that. Like, it won't do that. You won't be sensitive for a little sneeze or little this, little that. No, not even, right? So becoming aware is very, very important of who you are, my God. And this is what we call maturity. We call it maturity. Maturity is on a different level. There are men and women who are living in this world. I mean, they have beard and everything. You look at them, they look nice. It's perfume spread all out. And when they're walking in the street, you say, yes, let me take you to my mama. Let me present you to my mama. Let me present you to my dad. This is the guy I want to marry. But there is no awareness of who they are, of their background, of where they come from, of their culture, of their of their values, the values the mom and dad even gave them, transferred to them. They're not even aware. They're not aware of anything. They move like the wind. This is not someone you want to be established with. This is not someone you want to build a life with. This is not someone that you want to bring and to even present to your family. I don't know if you understand. It's very important to understand that awareness is important. And if you are awake and you are aware of the situation, you won't be able to mix yourself or even get together with someone who's not aware, because it's going to clash every single time. All right. The next picture I would like Reggie to put, and it is okay to be weak. All right. It is okay to be weak. Why am I saying this? Because we're human. Right? We are human. You and I live. We have blood that is running in and out of our system. You know, we have the liver that is working, the eyes that is watching. You know, it is okay to not always be strong, to always be on top of the game. It is okay, because you know those one who are always on top. There's no one who is always on top of the game. No one. Let me tell you that straight. No one is always on top of the game. But you can be 87, 80, 90, but not 100%. Because there's always this day where you're, I need some energy. I need my energy back. Especially when someone keeps on taking it from you. You know, I see all these men of God, all these presidents, all these ministers, people who always give to the society, give to the nation, give to the community, give to their family. They're always the givers. At some point, you need to recharge your batteries. So it's okay. Do not kill yourself. This year, 2024, be okay to sometimes, you know, feel a bit weak. But do not stay there. Don't stay weak. Don't say, oh no, because give yourself some excuses. No. All right? Find yourself a time where, you know, you need to recharge your batteries. You need to be okay with yourself, you know, getting back on your feet. And sometimes you need some vacation. Sometimes you need some break. You need that ice cream. You need that time at home. You know, some alone time. I love some alone time. You know, some people, when you're always around the crowd, you're always around people, sometimes you just need to move back a little bit, get that energy back, and in order to start again. And, you know, stop fighting with yourself, fighting with the reality, fighting with what is not even there, fighting with the little things and the big things. If you can do it, then well done. And if you cannot do it and you feel like you need help, then ask for the help. Ask for the help with the right people. And when it comes to the right people, you need to be observant. All right? It's not just anyone and just anybody that you can just run to and ask for help. No, this is not it. All right? So it's important to understand all that. So stop fighting with yourself. You need to know who you are, as I said, and know your pattern. All right? All right. The next picture that we have in mind is doubt and fear. Doubt and fear, doubt and fear. Why? Because this is the biggest, you know, one of the extreme enemy of success. Is the most biggest and strongest enemy of establishment. When you have doubt will stop you from doing so many things. When you start doubting just a little bit, this will bring fear in your life. Even before fear, you start, you know, becoming a bit unsettled. You're like, because when you doubt, you start, should I not? Thoughts start coming. You start, you know, that things becomes wobbly. It's like, it's not stable anymore. It's not stable. That tree is moving. It's moving left and right. The wind can move it. You know how? Let me give you an example. It's like your tooth, right? When your tooth is moving already, it's not stable. You know it has to come out. You know it has to, because it can't stay there. Any doubt in you will make you won't help you, you know, to mash properly the food that is in your mouth. It's not gonna help you. Any doubt in your enterprise, any doubt in your relationship, any doubt in in your planning, any doubt will literally, it won't help you to be firm and ground, to firm yourself, to ground yourself in this place. So doubt, it fights stability, it fights awareness, it fights strength, it fights accomplishment, it fights future, it fights faith. Doubt fights project plans. Doubt fights vision, time, and so forth. Doubt fights things that you cannot even see because it's already in your mind. It fights that already before it even comes to accomplishment. You are a creator of a brand. Every time you have doubt when it comes to this outfit that you want to present to the people, well, let me tell you, you will never present it. Why? Because you keep on doubting about it. And even if you persist to bring it out, you won't be satisfied about this project. You won't be able to, you won't fully accept what you've done in front of people, because it will be like, yeah, so. It's okay? Yeah, no, not really. I could do better. You know, this doubt in your head needs to go. This doubt in your mind, in your project, it has to go. Whatever is moving you, moving your strength, moving your accomplishments, shaking your future a little bit, it's shaking your faith, it's shaking your project, it's shaking your accomplishment. Listen, it has to go. And sometimes for it to go, you need to stay in fear. You need to cast that away. You need to say, hey, you don't have no place here. Because whenever you let that, fear would take place. And when fear takes place in this platform, that's it. You start sinking slowly to the ground, to the point whereby if there's no one to pull you up, you will sink and die. You will sink and die, and that project will never see the light. Or the things you wanted to do, it will never see the light. You wanted to become a mom, well, that will never come to pass. You wanted to, this year, 2024, you wanted to have your restaurant, that will never see the light. Fear is the worst enemy. You don't want fear in anything around you. You wanted to, you two wanted to get married, but somehow you're fearful of something, I don't know. Instead of even looking at the answers that you can bring on the table, you're so fearful. What if she's not the right person? But you know what? Let me actually say something. Sometimes, that's just sometimes, if you're a believer, right? That's me. That's my thoughts, right? I'm the kind of person, if you offers me food, right? I take it. I can bring it home. But if I start doubting whether I should eat that food or not, I will end up not doing it. I will end up not eating that food. I will end up not even pay attention to it, to the point where it's going to end up in the bin. If I have to go out and I'm turning around and I'm doubting on the fact that I should go out or not, I will stay home. So somehow doubt can be that a big enemy. Yes, it can bring fear. Yes, but at the same time, if you understand who you are, this is what I'm talking about, like, being aware of who you are. If doubt sometimes for you can be a signal, a positive signal, then take it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. If you're doubting whether you should travel, to a different country. Sometimes it's not even you. Sometimes it's just a sign that, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Not because you're fearful, but because like it is just a sign that you should not do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should not take that way. You should not, if you start, if you have a liquor, you know, a liquor in front of you, something, you know, that you love so much, you know, porn star martini, or I don't know, it could be a vodka, it could be anything really that you love so much. You haven't touched that in a long time, but you feel some type of way that you want to take some. Well, if you have some doubt in your head, don't take it. Don't take it. You know, it's something, and this is what you call being aware of who you are. Because I'm a straight person. Like, if I want to do it, I'll do it straight away. I'm not gonna be fighting with myself. But if I start fighting with myself, that means maybe I should not be doing it. You know. So, but if doubt becomes fear, that's another situation. That's a situation where cast that fear away. Do the project that you need to do and go far with it. You know, believe that this is going to happen. Believe that, you know, this is going to come to pass. Because fear is not the greatest friend. It's not your best friend. It's not your best friend. So, I did ask some question on social media, and someone really, you know, I had some few people who came by and they asked me, so what is really, they say, Gracia, what is really establishment? So this is the question of Kevin. Kevin came to me and wrote to me an email saying, so Gracia, what is really establishment? Tell us. So to answer to you, Kevin, establishment, it's not having lots of money. It's not what's it called, having a big church for those who are members. I mean, what's it called, women of God, men of God, or what's it called, a huge business where you have a lot of followers. You know, it's not having all these people who are following you. Wherever you go, they are there. It's not about that, because you can still have that and still be miserable. You can have a lot of money and still be miserable. And I think I mentioned it earlier. It's not about having lots of businesses, franchise, because yes, you're securing, you know, you're settling your generation and generation. I believe this person said, you know, it's like giving this example of KFC. You know, it started with this recipe and it kept on going to the point that right now KFC is literally everywhere around the world. Yes, this person has settled his what's it called, his family, his generation, and after generation, again and again. But what about other aspect, you know, of his life? You know, being established is nothing to do with you going to what's it called, to school and learning about this academic or the things that they are teaching you, because this is just a system. We actually are following a system. If you don't follow that system, there are certain doors are going to be closed. Certain doors are not going to be open for you. Why? Because, well, you didn't follow the system. So we always need to be above that. So when it comes to being established or becoming, you know, grounded, there are 3 keys according to, you know, my ears, according to this woman of God, and which I believe is important, because all these things that we are seeing on TV, social media, this doesn't make you stable. It it doesn't give you the peace that you need. You can create your Facebook page, your YouTube page, yes, you're getting some money, followers and people, and you're following the crowd and so forth, but you're still not in peace with yourself. You're still struggling, and so forth. And some of this experience brings a lot of pain and so forth. The thing is, like, even lack of peace itself makes you being, you know, you start comparing yourself with your neighbor, because you don't have, basically, you're not stable, you're not established. You start looking at, oh, she's wearing blue, no, tomorrow she's wearing, she has a nice wig, or where did she get that from? I need to get myself some weaves as well. Oh, she cut her hair. Oh, now maybe it will suit me as well. You know, she has this, she has that, she has a big car, and yeah, maybe it's time for me to, you know, to upgrade my car. It's not about what the person has. It's not about you comparing yourself. Establishment is not about having what the other person has. It's not about that. And sometimes you becoming aware will stop you being, you know, always in this age of comparing yourself. You will become sick and probably die if you keep on doing that to yourself. All right. So, but the answer to all this, when it comes to becoming aware, is one of the answer, and there are 3 of them. All right. So 2024, you need, if Reggie can help me with the first flag of wisdom. All right. And I love this, because if you do not have wisdom, my brother, my sister, I'm not preaching here, I'm just speaking to you, right? If you do not have wisdom, you won't be established. Wisdom helps you to build. Wisdom helps you to know how to guard what you're building. Wisdom helps you to keep what you have. Wisdom helps you to create, to know how to create. You know, wisdom allows you to do so much. And this is one of the greatest key to have in 2024. Being aware is amazing. You know who you are. You're moving forward. You want to really ground yourself and so forth. But if you do not have wisdom in all these areas of your life, you will shake and you will break down to the ground. Wisdom, because wisdom, in wisdom itself, I see time, I see patience, I see what's it called? I see so many things that will allow you to grow, will allow you not to rush too much, too quick on certain things. Wisdom helps you to guard your mouth, to guard your plans. Because when you speak too quick your plans, then you don't know who's listening. They can easily snatch and then create whatever you wanted to create. Wisdom allows you to open your ears, because sometimes being aware of your surrounding, it means also to listen to your surrounding and know how to move forward. Wisdom allows you to take some time off and actually make your brain to move in a certain pace. Right? Wisdom. So your wisdom is basically like, you can say, your scheme, your plan of action, your program, your project, your objective, your goals, your target, your aspiration, your ambition, your ideas, your proposal. You have like all these things. Like wisdom really helps you to be grounded. like in everything you do. And you will see that when you're wise in your decision and people are aware of the fact that you are very wise, they'll keep on coming to you. They'll keep on coming to you to ask for advices, to ask for a word of knowledge, because we all need someone to give us an advice on something, and not just to run quickly to everyone and so forth, but to really, is very, very, very important. So being wise, it helps you really to build differently than others. Those one who are running too quick to build this business without even thinking, because someone said, someone did, whatever it is. Yes, when you take time to build that with wisdom, listen, every single stick you'll be placing on the ground will be well calculated. You'll know, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to place it. This is where I want my bathroom. This is where I want this. Even like the foundation will be will be different. Sorry. Why? Because you took time. You were patient about it. The quality will be different. The texture will be different. The experience will be different. When you're wise, you use your past life. You use what happened to you, and you're like, you know what, some things I don't want it to happen, so this is how I'm going to do it. When you're wise, you move strategically, is how you say it, right? You move in a certain way, in a certain manner, because you don't want the what happened yesterday to come back. When you're wise, this is really important. So wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and a good judgment. The quality of being wise. I can say this again. It's the quality of having experience, knowledge, and a good judgment. The quality of being wise. All right. So wisdom helps you to be aware of your surrounding. All right. So I mentioned how to be aware of them, what to say, what to do, what not to do, when to act and when not to act. When you're wise, you dress in a certain way, you behave in a certain way when you're wise, because you're aware of the season, of the time. Because wisdom is found in patience, as I said earlier, and being wise is also being, it's basically is caring for yourself. Because when you are wise, you're careful. You guard your heart. The second picture, if Régie can help me, is understanding. To me, I'll say understanding intelligence. Using your brain, being intelligent. In school, they teach you all kinds of things, but they don't teach you how to be wise, right? It's crazy, isn't it? The world teaches you how to, maths, this and that, but they don't teach you how to be wise. They don't teach you, they want you to understand certain things, be intelligent, but sometimes certain intelligence is not from school. You don't just get it from school. You get it from your mom, you get it from your dad, and this is why you should not neglect all this quality time that you spend with your parents, that you spend with your uncle, that you spend with your grandfather, that you spend with your grandmother, because that knowledge is not going to be given to you in school. It's not going to be given to you at uni. It's not going to be given to you in certain program trainings or so forth. No. But these kind of tips, these keys, this I'll say intelligent and even understanding will help you to move forward in life, to move forward even in 2024. You need to understand where you failed and not be able to repeat it over and over again. Because if you repeat it 5 times, 5 times, 10 times, that means you didn't understand, right? That means like that failure, it's not understood. You didn't get it. This is why you keep on doing the same mistake over and over again. Be able to be established. You need to understand what's happening, understand what is working, understand what is not working. Understanding all this means applying your intelligence, meaning to be able to get back up, to understand that this is the time to move forward and this is the time to get back, to retract myself. It's to understand the people around me. Be aware, remember. Understand maybe that you are the issue. It takes a lot of wisdom. It takes a lot, all right? And this is why it's important to tap into this, that 2024 shall be different from others. That 2024, shall bring a lot of change, positive change, because you understand. You understand who you are. You understand the situation. You're not just applying wisdom, but you're also applying the intelligence, that you are intelligent. All right. The last point that we are going to apply in 2024 is knowledge. If I can have the picture, please. So knowledge is a fact of informations, skills acquired, and skills acquired through experiences, education, and theoretical. Oh my God, theoretical. Yes, I can say it now. Theoretical and practical, and it's very, very important. Knowledge will help you to bring money on the table. I'm not talking about kind of knowledge where that, they teach you in school. I'm talking about the knowledge that you have in you already. The kind of knowledge that another person is pouring into you. The kind of knowledge where it will the kind of knowledge that will open doors for you. The kind of knowledge that will bring money on the table, that will bring people around you, that will change your family by changing your community and start changing even, your country, and why not the world. The kind of knowledge that will change things around. I'm talking about that kind of knowledge. And you need that to be able to be established in this world, and to be able to be established in 2024. Where is your knowledge? Where is this thing that is in you? This person said, with what you know, you will know what you have to know. Listen, this is a point where, this is for you guys. You need to, get in consideration. So with what you know, you will know what you have to know. It's crazy, right? That's a statement. But when you know, there are certain things you won't even doubt. You go straight with it. You won't shake in front of the world. Things, material, will move you. You will be amazed of the things, of the people who are going to come to you because of what you know. Bill Gates, all this Oprah, all these people who are around the world, honestly, people coming to them because of what they know. What do you know? That's my question to you. What do you know in order to be established in 2024? Let that help you to be grounded in this year, 2024. Here is my time is done. And I hope that this was a time of reflection for you, for your children, for the people who are surrounding you. This will help you to establish who walks with you. Because who works with you will help you to understand what you're producing. What are you producing? What are the things that you're holding in your hands? It's all these things. Please take time to think and let Etincelle really helps you to come out of this blurry place in order to move forward to a clearer place where you are, you know, established, where you are moving amazingly, where you are moving with, you know what I'm saying? And just do not forget, just in case you become billionaire because of all the things that I've just mentioned, holla at me. Let me know c'est sucre d'or. It's because of you. Anyway, we are at the end of our show, Etincelle. Thank you so much for being the star of the show. Thank you for connecting, and thank you for sharing this live, because every single one of you, you guys are just amazing. I will see you next week. Please bring people, and I'll have my guest next week. Yeah. Anyway, it's me, Gracia Susuzande, your host of Etincelle. See you. Bye-bye.